Yeah, I see you. How you doing? Hey, Dave. How's it going? Just got done cutting some grass. I like cutting grass at night with the headlights on. Hey, salty girl. How you doing? We got that bush hog, brush hog, whatever they call the damn thing. I knew that place was bullshit. It was just a bad unit. I cut the thickest grass there was tonight down between the creek and the bridge. And then same thing I did last time when it burned up. And then I got out and touched that unit right after I got done. What isn't even warm to the touch? Hey, Christine. Yes, it's a shaft PTO, which sucks. Wish they go. I wish they. It's we got that hydrostatic drive. I don't know why they just don't use a shear pin. But anyway, this one worked a lot better. Dave, why don't they just use a shear pin? Yeah, now I'm not sure of this, but I think they use they may use, I don't know this for sure, but once you get into them, like we've got a 4,000 series, and once you get up to the 5,000 series, you don't have that hydrostatic drive anymore, which wouldn't be as easy like when you're cutting them around a bunch of crap. They may have a shear pin because that's a clutch, you know. I really don't know. No, I never saw that. I watched Pretty Woman the other night. I thought it was absolutely excellent. Really enjoyed watching it. I thought Richard Gere and Julia Roberts were just perfect in it. That was a good movie. It was 84 earlier. I think it's about 80 now. Oh, 63 is pretty good. That's not bad. I can see Jupiter tonight. Hey, why is that doing that? No, I'll look at that. I don't know why I'm not getting notices. Put a link to it if you want, Dave. Oh, wow, Christine. How is he getting outside like that? Hey, Simka, how you doing? Hey, Sim, could get rid of this pea pigs. Yeah, I got rid of them. It finally worked. Oh, okay. Oh, that's too bad. AT Stealth, how you doing? Yeah, you got to change it on your Google. You know that, though, don't you? Oh, wow. You're chicken? Huh. Yeah, sensitive, yep. We got a big black vulture that lives in one of these abandoned buildings. Stewie got out today and was going over there. I wasn't worried about him swooping down and grabbing Stewie, but I couldn't help but think about it. He was sitting up on top on the roof looking down at Stewie. Oh, gotcha. Stewie, take him on. We have mostly black vultures here, but today they got a dumpster behind the school at that intersection I always stop at. And today there were three turkey vultures on there, the red-faced, and I never see them. I know they're around here, but it's usually all black vultures. Yeah, they say they can, but that's so rare, it's ridiculous. I wouldn't worry about a. They got plenty of food to eat. They don't want to even be seen by a person if they can help it. It's not much of a risk. I don't think a hawk could pick up 20 pounds. Hawks can eat squirrels all day long. I don't know why they even mess with it. Crows will eat a lot of baby ducks, too. Crows will. I'll tell you what eats a lot of meat is a blue heron, believe it or not. Oh, I believe it, Simka. Yeah, yep, they will. Red squirrels will eat baby birds, too. Yeah, they will, T-Still. They sure will. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's true. Yep. This factory Marty bought, they have what's called heart pine. It's like the center of these long pine needle trees that grew to be 450 years old. And back around the turn of the century, they realized how hard it was in the middle, and a lot of textile mills were built with those, like the one that Marty bought. And they're beautiful beams. They constructed the whole factory, but they've been there since like 1892, and the University of Georgia came out and looked at it, and they said that those beams and that wood has a retail value of about $2 million. Yeah, tumbling pigeon. Yeah, they're cool. Yeah, I had blue heron wipe out a bunch of my koi. Hey, Michael, how you doing? Hey, Dave, you ever do any work like that, deconstruction of a building? Hey, Rita, how you doing? Yeah, we get these short rainstorms. Rain like hell, sometimes all night, but not much. Oh, yeah, they'll do it, Christine. Yep. You don't think you'd be interested in doing that job, do you, Dave? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's true, Rita. What do you need from me as far as like showing you pictures of it and what we need? Hey, Faye. You know, how would you work with equipment down here? Just rent it or something? Because I'm going there to, not tomorrow, but Thursday to show a guy a building I already bought. Excuse me. About me from YouTube? I don't think that I do, Sharon. I don't think. Tell YouTube to go to hell. I'm sick of YouTube. I didn't know they did that, Sharon. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Joe. Tell them I told them to go to hell if there's a comment section. I'm going to get back on that video. Yeah, I appreciate it, Sharon. I didn't realize they did that. I mean, I get them once in a while from someplace, but I don't know too much about that really. Yeah, I got that like a thing. I just think they're so full of shit. It's unbelievable. What'd you do all day today, Rita? What are you doing down there? You're getting so damn tired. Oh, okay. Thanks, Sharon. Thanks for filling it out. Appreciate it. Right on, Rita. That a girl. Hey, Mary. Marty wants to start a YouTube channel now. He wants to do it on just animals. That's all. No, Cam. What are you talking about? Hey, thanks a lot, Sharon. Appreciate it. Have a good night. Too bad you couldn't party longer. Hey, Mary, you want me to send you a random box of those rocks in that creek around here? All different kinds of rocks. Yeah, I think I might be coming up there in a week or two. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's up in northwest Georgia. Yeah, they got killed. Oh, that's nice, you Rita. You're going to heaven. Yeah, northwest Georgia. Yep. I don't think they get flooding around here. Oh, it's surprising. Like that creek, since I've lived here, there are places like where it's like 10 feet down, and there's places where it's like 5 feet from like the side. Marty told me there's a couple times since he's lived here, it's water's been over the bridge, like that bridge he got built, which is crazy, man, when you think about it. Because that's a creek that doesn't start very far from here. So I'm surprised that much water gets in there. Oh, thank you. Oh, good, Simka. Oh, good luck to you still. Jupiter. That's Jupiter. Yeah, I think you'll go. That's your good works. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna grab myself another voodoo beer. Get that thing in there. Go on. I just let two of Marty's dogs out. I hope that's cool. Hey, Joe. Oh yeah, I'll do some more one of these days. I saw the Northern Lights out of a Learjet one time, 38,000 feet. No, it was the other two dogs, believe it or not. They see Daisy chasing the squirrels under the bird feeder, and they took off thinking it was daylight. No, Stewie can't come out. No, yeah. I won't let Stewie out. No, unless I can keep an eye on him. Yeah, he is pretty blind. Yeah, Stewie's under the covers sleeping. No, I would never let him out like this. Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, yep, it was really super cool. I had a flight instructor that got a job flying an Aerostar, and I flew all over the place with him, but it was regional, mostly on the East Coast. Then he got upgraded to a Learjet, a Lear 25, and they flew canceled checks in between the Federal Reserve. They were based out of Columbus. It was called PDQ, and I flew all over in a Learjet, all over the place, man. Probably 200 hours. LA, Seattle, the whole East Coast. Sat in the jump seat, got to fly it. I mean, those days are over now after 9/11, but it was a good time. Oh, Daisy's a good dog. Yeah, Stewie's a weird dog. Stewie was like his owner died, and he's just a crotchety little uh, chihuahua. I mean, he likes Kelly, but he bites her a couple times a day. He's been pretty good with me today. I feel bad for the little bastard. He really likes Kelly, Marty's wife, and he likes being held, but he goes crazy when she leaves. And like I watched him today, and I feel sorry for the little bastard. He just runs around, bumping into everything, and is worried that. I guess he worries that Kelly's not coming back. Hey, John boy, you want to go inside? Marty's got one dog. He just likes to go. You want to go, Betty? I want to make sure these dogs get in. Remy? Lola, you want to go, Betty, huh? Daisy, I'm not worried about, but I'm not sure what these other dogs do. You want to go, Betty, huh? Come, Remy, Lola. Go, Betty. Come on, Lola. Lola. Lola, get in here. Go on, then. Go on in there. Get in there. Good girl. Good girl, then. You're the sweetest dog. I don't know where Daisy's at, but I'm not worried about her. Good girl, hon. You're a good girl, honey. Stay there, babes. Yeah, I think she makes them secure. Yeah, you could never get high enough. No, I don't think that it would. No, you could never get high enough. I'm not sure of the exact altitude. Actually, 38,000 was high for that Learjet. It was an older one. But it was kind of cool. I flew everywhere in that damn thing. So damn fun. And a Lear 25 was quite a performer. Now everything's like toned down because of pollution and the kind of fuel and additives and hush kits. The last hush kits were put on the older DC-9s and the 727s. That's why jets really are not that noisy anymore. There's a really good video, Clay Lacy, Lacy, that flew a Lear 23. on a YouTube video at an air show. Those were the old, real loud ones. Yeah, the 23 was the best one, though. Super loud. Yeah, you know, that rocket they're shipping up is that partnership that Elon Musk has with NASA. That Starlink or whatever the hell it is, Skylink. That's a Skylink satellite. Yeah, like a fighter jet, yep. Hey, Mark, how you doing? You want to look at a great fighter jet demonstration. They have two videos, one from inside the cockpit and one from outside. It's that Raphael French jet in an air show. Look up Raphael fighter jet air show. Super videos, both of them. Yeah, man, if they'd have had YouTube back in the day, I was really into skydiving too for quite a while. Yeah, I would have had some great videos, but what are you going to do? I'm glad I got to get. I'm sure a lot of people would have had a lot of great videos, you know. Hey, Letha, how you doing? Yeah, I had a lot of good experience. I've been everywhere in Alaska, from the very bottom to the very top, and all in the interior. There's no place in Alaska I haven't been. I mean, maybe some small town someplace. I've been all over the U.S., everywhere a million times. Hawaii. My favorite states are the Dakotas. I love Montana. I love Kentucky too. Yeah, I don't know why your doctor would say no on skydiving, because you can do a tandem jump now, which is really super safe. Hey, go on. Yeah, I love Kentucky. I love Lexington. I'd live there in a heartbeat. I love the Dakotas, uh, both north and south. I love Minot, North Dakota. I love Rapid City, South Dakota. You want to go inside, hon? Are the bugs biting you, honey? Huh? Did you get a bug bite on your butt, hon? Hey, go on. See if a bug bites you in the butt, hon? Go on. Good girl. Stay there, man. You don't bother me. I like Montana. I liked Alaska, but I wouldn't want to live there. I love Havre, Montana, Havre. I go crazy living there. I love the cold. I would have stayed in Michigan, but the winters are nothing anymore. Damn lakes don't freeze till February. Bullshit 5-inch snowstorms. What a joke. One thing I'll say about here, I mean, it's better than the winters in Michigan because they just haven't been shit in like forever. And down here we get some pretty good rain. Beautiful clouds all the time. I love clouds. And it rains like a son of a bitch. Yeah, the darkness, this is true. Actually, there's a sky park through here. They have their own telescope. It's over in Sharon, Georgia. Kind of cool. You gotta have all the lights off at 7, all that kind of stuff. Good night, Rita. Yeah, skydiving is like super easy now. Just take a tandem jump. All you gotta do. Oh yeah, Ted was on the Betsy today fishing. Fishing for those damn poor salmon going trying to leave eggs where they were started life off. Yeah, I mean, I've been all over Glacier National Park. I've been on the Canadian side. Uh, I like it, but it's just not for me, man. And it's hot. It's dry farming. It's dry out there. It's hot. It's cattle ranches and stuff. I'm not really interested in that cattle ranch stuff that much. I wouldn't mind like doing it today. I went and saw a guy today that owns a cattle ranch here. But yeah, you just drive your ass off. Even the big towns are kind of small, but I love visiting it. Because it's so dry, there's a lot of old buildings and old cars in good shape. Oh, really, Dave? Oh, that's cool. No, it's smooth, smooth. It's so easy. I don't see how a doctor like would not want you to skydive. It's like you're not that high. It's super safe. An experienced guy is with you. Mm-mm. No, you won't be able to open your own chute for quite a while. It takes a while before you can do that. Yeah, it's right, T Stealth. Yeah. Yeah, the winters are bullshit in Michigan. Now, supposedly, they're talking about a bad winter, but I've heard that before. No, skydiving's safe, super safe. You want something dangerous, ride a motorcycle. Oh, 30, good for you. Go down to Sun and Fun in the spring down in Florida and go take one of those tandem ultralight rides. I've flown practically, well, I'd say probably about 80% of the ultralights. I like them, but it's not like you think. It's not. It's nothing like an airplane. Yeah, motorcycle's super dangerous. Crazy if you ride one. I'd love a motorcycle too, but I'm not riding one. No way. It's too dangerous. You better believe it. I mean, the data is there. All you got to do is look it up, especially nowadays with texting and all this crap. I see some guy in his boat out in, I think it was Lake Michigan. Both engines quit. They had to get towed in 8 foot waves. Oh, really, something? That's cool. Yeah, it's no big deal, Leafy. It's safe. Yeah, but they're all experienced. You don't want to be opening your own early on anyway. You may faint while you're up there. Good night, Christine. Yeah, I know. That was weird, wasn't it? He might not have been high enough, and they might have been going too fast. Yeah, well, good luck to him, Melissa. I'm not doing it. Oh, wow, Dave, that's cool. I'd love to go someplace where they just get a blizzard. I've been out in South Dakota and North Dakota before where they just got buried. It was so great. But man, the snow, people think Alaska's crazy snow. It's really not. If you go out to Glacier National Park, it's not uncommon for them to shut down going to the Sun Road like in September for all winter. You get up in the mountains. Same with the Rockies outside of Denver. But I'd like to go someplace where I could just stock up on booze, good food, and just get like be in a place like the movie The Shining was filmed and just get killed by snow. Have a generator and just look out the window as it snowed, like how with the light where you could see the snow coming down. Shining is one of my favorite movies. It all depends on what you like. Like I like, and you could haul ass. The speed limit's 80 through most of Montana. If you go out, look at like Duluth, Minnesota, and you look at Highway 2, cut up through there northwest, and go all the way to Kalispell, Montana on Highway 2. It's so cool. Yeah, it was a good movie. Now I got the we're getting the finalization of this building we're building. It's gonna be so cool. Wait till you see this room I have just to like so you can like sit on a chair while it's pouring rain. That's one thing I give this place A for right now. Rainstorms. Really good. Yeah, I mean, I'd still prefer the winter, but this is because Michigan went to hell with winter. This is good. I'll miss going up to Sault Ste. Marie and stuff like that, but I can always go up there. See, my latest problem is I'm going to get another car, but I need something that's four-wheel drive if I want to go up there in the winter. And I don't want snow tires while I'm down here, so it's a little bit of a problem. But I'll get around it. I want to go up to Michigan in the winter. Yeah, I've done it before. I mean, I've been the Dakotas I really like. If you depends on what you like. Like a lot of the vacations I've taken so many I've taken so many 10,000-mile road trips. It's crazy. 10,000 miles at one time. They've been everywhere. But if you like the open road, small towns, that highway to going from Minnesota out to Montana is killer. And coming back down through Nebraska, Iowa, come up through the southern end of South Dakota, really good. Yeah, I spent a shit ton of time. I used to go out to Deadwood, South Dakota and spend the whole month just fucking around till that damn Kevin Costner ruined it. After they did that Dancing with Wolves, he bought up a bunch of shit and started uh, a golf course. I went through there a couple years ago, actually this month, 2 years this month, and Deadwood sucks now. It's all commercialized. It's kind of like Gatlinburg. Hey, Luna. Minot, North Dakota is a really cool town. Plus, you're only a little ways to the Canadian border. Great, great place. I like barren places like where time stopped, kind of like where I'm at now. Yeah, so it all, it depends on what you like. There's time I go down to Jupiter. I get a place at Jupiter or in the Atlantic and spend a week, get a nice hotel room on the top floor, just drink beer and sit on the balcony. Then Alaska, I've been everywhere there. Alaska's cool. Glad I did, but I'll probably not go back. Took a cruise too, because there's only certain places you're going to see through a cruise. Hawaii, nice, overrated, I think. Caribbean, don't really care for it. Mexico, I'll probably never go back there. Bahamas, not bad for a close trip. Yeah, I would go to Las Vegas for a week, get a good room, just stay up all night, fuck around, eat out, go to casinos, watch bands, sleep in. It's great, man. If you want to get anonymous, where you just don't want to run into anybody you know, and just like go crazy, go to Las Vegas by yourself. Yeah, that's good. East Coast, I don't really care for, although I haven't been to New York City in about 25 years. I've been thinking about going there for a weekend, see a good play, good food, go to Central Park. There's nothing like New York. Yeah, you would like Las Vegas. Good time. Yeah. And not for gambling. There's a shit ton of stuff to do. Yeah, I don't care. I'll probably not go. The Maine sucks. Other than New York City, I don't really care for the East Coast. Too congested, polluted. Florida, good wildlife. Louisiana, I drive around it. Texas, too hot. I don't really care for that rocky desert bullshit. Even though Nevada's like that, Vegas is different. Yeah, it's a good though to just go there and get lost sometimes. Good food. It's hard to see good plays. I was listening to that guy that did Saving Private Ryan, that movie. What the hell is his name? That guy that made that movie. He's got a lot. Oliver Stone. And he said that all those Broadway plays lose money, and the only chance you have of having a play that does shit is in New York, because that's the only place you can get enough people to show up, which is kind of true. If you ever want to see a really good play, go see Death of a Salesman. Excellent, man. I promise you, you will be riveted to the stage the whole time. And if you've never been to see a professional symphony in any big city, go see a symphony, even if you don't think you'd like it and you don't like Beethoven and Bach and guys like that. I guarantee you, man, you will be in awe at a symphony with a full string section, a full orchestra. It will blow your mind how these people do this and how good it sounds. Yeah, I like Oliver Stone. Yeah, but if you should put those on your bucket list, because it's not what you're thinking. You go to a classical music program by a professional symphony in a big town. I'm telling you, man, it'll change your mind on classical music. Yeah, oh yeah, it's really, I mean, it's beautiful, really. Yeah, it's an awesome show. Yeah, stuff like that, Circus Soleil. Yep, sure is. Yep. I mean, I think Las Vegas is cool, but my opinion, which of course doesn't mean shit, I think those shows in Las Vegas are a fucking ripoff, man. I really do, man. I don't mind, I don't care what it costs to go see a symphony in New York City or Philadelphia or something like that. Because it's not like crazy, but you go and watch a good show in Las Vegas, Celine Dion or one of these favorite musicians like David Copperfield or something. It's like $400. Fuck that. It's not worth it. Yeah, you're lucky, Melissa. You're lucky you were turned on to that too, because I learned on a lot of those things very late in life. I'll tell you another interesting thing too. If you look at like Jacqueline Kennedy, she went to French finishing school, and if you pay attention to like the mantra of French finishing school, like I came from like an ignorant blue collar background, so I was a late bloomer on almost everything. But when you talk to somebody that has attended a French finishing school or something similar to that, it's really cool. Oh, viola, wow. I sold a detective agency to a guy that played for George Bush as a high school senior. Played the viola. Oh, how'd you get to do that, Jeff? Did you have educated parents? How were you lucky enough to see that? Oh, you would love it, Alethea. You would appreciate it. It's worth every dime. Oh, really? No kidding. That's interesting. Wow. I'll tell you, when I was watching Pretty Woman, you would have thought that I would have watched. I'm not a big movie guy, honestly. I think with attention deficit disorder, that's part of the reason why I just can't sit through them. And boy, Pretty Woman, I thought was excellent. I read the critics and like negative reviews. I thought Richard Gere couldn't have played a better part. I thought he was absolutely fantastic. I used to deal in old images, daguerreotypes, particularly, and I knew the president of the Daguerreotype Society, Harvey Zucker, was a fucking asshole. He died a while back. Zucker, just a obnoxious fucking Jew from New York. And we were semi friends, but he was such a big asshole that I just finally got where I couldn't stand dealing with him anymore. And he said that Richard Gere was one of his main customers. He owned a place called the Photographer's Place in New York City. Harvey Zucker, yeah. But he said Richard Gere was a super sharp guy. But Julia Roberts, a lot of people knocked the producer or director because they thought they could have filled the part with a better person. But I thought Julia Roberts was absolutely excellent in Pretty Woman. Oh, interesting, Melissa. God, that movie was good. I wish it would have had a happier ending, but I mean, after all, it's a movie. But I'll tell you, Richard Gere was an attractive guy in that movie, just a good looking fucker and such a gentleman. And there were so many times when he could have unloaded. It just seems so real. Absolutely fantastic, man. Julia Roberts was so great. Yeah, T Stealth, for some reason, and I never really uh, understood this. Eric Roberts was blackballed in Hollywood, and nobody, at least nowhere that I had ever read, said why. And I remember when Mickey Rourke accepted an award for The Wrestler. I love Mickey Rourke. I mean, he's kind of a kook, but I think he'd be a great friend to have. And, he shouted out at the end, he said, "Hey, you motherfuckers, for blackballing Eric Roberts, give him another shot. He's a great actor." And I agree, but something happened there, and I've never found out why. Yeah, she's had a couple of them, Melissa. Yeah, you're right, Alita. Yeah. She seems happy now. I'm happy for her, but I thought she did that was just an excellent job. Yeah, he couldn't box for shit though, T-Self. He absolutely sucks as a boxer. Yeah, good actor. He seems like a good guy. I thought he was fantastic as a wrestler. No, it was just perfect, Alith. It was like here you've got a refined, cultured, successful guy, and then you've got a girl in that line of work, and they just pulled it off perfectly. Yeah, Eric Roberts a good guy, man. I thought Eric Roberts was excellent as an actor. He was just terrible, no skills at all, just a punching bag. He wasn't ever a legitimate boxer. Yeah, he got his brains beat out. He couldn't box for shit, man. Hey, Jeremy. No, but Pretty Woman, I can't believe it took me this long to watch it. What an excellent movie. You know, it's funny when I see Julia Roberts, like, unrelated to the movie, I don't think she's that attractive to me. But when I saw her in the movie, I thought she was like really super attractive. Just the innocence and the cuteness and the, rough and lacking etiquette. And she's so like attractive in that movie, just a poor young thing. Yeah, that's right, Jeff. Yeah. Yeah, she was so good at it. She's worth like 300 million or some shit like that. That pretty woman did almost 600 million with a low budget. Yeah, when she was sitting around in shorts and stuff, I mean, just beautiful skin. I don't think Julia Roberts knows what a damn pimple looks like. No, that's kind of true. Yeah, she's criticized for having like a big mouth. And I mention that to people all the time. Like you'll have women that are pretty, and I'll say they have a horse head, like Kelly Ripa, just a big giant head on a little body, or a big giant mouth. But I thought, and I know it's biased, right? Subjective. I thought Julia Roberts pulled it off perfectly. Oh, she's got a shit ton of money. She's got a couple kids, and is presumably in a good marriage. You couldn't have had a better guy play that movie, though. Just his looks and his personality and the respect he gave Julia Roberts. Richard Gere was fantastic, man. I give him A+ for that movie. Her too. Oh, they're twins. I didn't realize that. I can't help but wonder if she was on drugs at one time. I mean, why in the hell would you marry Lyle Lovett? What a fucking cornball. Yeah, Eric, super good guy. Yeah. Oh, fraternal. That would make sense. Yeah, because I looked them up, and they didn't look alike. Yeah, that was a heavy scene. Yeah, you're exactly right with dental floss. And at the beginning, where she was bragging to her girlfriend about the 3 grand she got. And if you're a guy and you know how you can get caught up in bullshit, and all of a sudden you're in something that you never dreamed, and he was kind of in a jam to have a female companion, and it went from like 300 a night, like you're crazy, to how much for the week. And if you're a guy and the way that developed, you're not going to let it get away. And you liked her and she was cute and she needed the money and you were kind of saving her from that lifestyle. It was just perfect. Yeah, I can't figure that Lyle Lovett out. Yeah, there's a lot of those Hollywood weirdo relationships like that. I don't know whether they go out and get fucked up on coke or get drunk or and go get married the next day, but there's no shortage of those wacko, crazy relationships. Yeah, no, that was really good. The dental floss. Hey, Debbie, how you doing? Yeah, so many wacky people everywhere. I mean, I guess that's probably happened in life before, but I guess I'm a romanticist at heart. I wish it would have ended differently. No, that was so awesome, Jeff. You know, it's so great. Yeah, I agree. Sure was. Good, Debbie. Hey, Daniel. I'm from Downriver, Flat Rock. I'll tell you though, Richard Gere. I mean, I think he's like 72 now. It's weird. I mean, he's not that it means anything, but he's a old looking 72. No, it's true. Look at Joe Rogan. Talk about a guy that didn't age well. Oh, his career did fine. He's worth a shit ton of money too. Richard Gere killed it. I need to watch it again too. No, you're right, Jeff. Yeah, Johnny Depp. I can't quite figure that guy out. I think he's kind of a kook, druggy, lucky. Yeah, isn't that weird, Luna? Yeah, Lisa. Oh, you think so? You really, Jeff? You feel that way? Hey, Bobo. Interesting. Yeah, honestly, I haven't really seen him in too many things. Yeah, he does stealth. Luna, what was your take on those release papers? Yeah, he did, Simka. I think Robert Redford aged pretty well considering how old he is. So did Roger Moore. Right, Teasdale. Yeah. Yeah, right, Teasdale. I think you're right, Luna. Yeah, he's done now. Hey, Beth, how are you? You up awful late tonight? Got that day off tomorrow. Right on. Good for you. Are you sleepy? Hey, free bleeder. Yeah, you might be right on that, Luna. I tend to agree. Although I need to know more about it. Yeah, I think you're right. Yep. I don't really think Amber Heard's that pretty, to be honest with you. That's my opinion. Oh, okay, Beth. You get a good sleepy. I think you're right, Jeff. All right, you nighty night, Bethany. Yeah, I don't really find her that pretty, to be honest with you. I will give Amber Heard this for someone that's a high school dropout. She really, I don't really care for her, but Amber Heard is pretty well spoken. And I'd just be curious how she gleaned all that from, still being a high school dropout at such a relatively young age. But I mean, she's got the king's English. I mean, I don't think she could play the part if she had to. What are you talking about, Jeffrey? Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Scott. Bye-bye, Scott. You talking about Amber Heard, T-Stall? No, me either, Letha. Not at all. Zero. Not one bit. Yeah, I never saw her in anything, to be honest with you. Married? Well, yeah, you're right. I don't know why she just didn't get divorced and shut the fuck up. No, she's not that pretty. No. No. You know who's getting strange looking lately? Almost looks like a genetic experiment with a mouse. Ellen DeGeneres. She's almost looking like cartoonish. Yeah, Ellen. Oh, has Ellen had plastic surgery? Yeah, you're right, Aletha. Yeah. Yeah, creepy. I agree. Good night, Beth. You nighty night. You have a good day off tomorrow. Party on. Yeah, it seems like she's not that cool of a person. I'll tell you who else I don't find attractive at all. It's Tom Brady's wife. Now, I don't know if this is true because the only stuff that I read is through, internet articles. But it seemed like Ellen really fucked over that lady that just died in a car accident. Nighty night, Beth. Oh, really, Simka? Oh, really, T-Stone? Oh, the Coyotes are screaming tonight. Anne Hathaway? Yeah, I was watching some stuff the other night on Rita Hayworth and Marilyn Monroe. I didn't think Marilyn Monroe was that pretty, to be honest with you. But I thought, The other lady was really pretty, Rhea Hayworth, like big time pretty. Honestly, I don't really see women like pretty like I used to think, unless I go to the mall. I went up to Athens yesterday. I would have cut some grass, but it was raining and it fucks it up when the grass is wet. You can do it, but these big clumps of grass, you got to fuck with it. So I just thought I'll just go up to Athens and fuck around. And that's, of course, University of Georgia. And the day before, I was in Augusta Mall, and just I see women walking in the mall 10 times better than anybody I ever see on TV. Natalie Wood was super pretty. Yeah, I agree too. Yeah. They still keep fucking with her ex-husband and trying to charge him with murdering her. I thought Donna Reed was beautiful. Bewitched was beautiful. Barbara Eden. That one lesbian that does those fitness things, runs those treadmills, she's pretty too. She does a lot of those like commercials. Yeah. Yeah, Barbara Eden, really pretty. I'll tell you who was super pretty and a rocking body, man. And I mean, everything. And she was so nice and like talented. Was, God damn it, I just lost my, Mary Tyler Moore. Look up Mary Tyler Moore on YouTube where she dances. Just super pretty. Hey, Frisky. Yeah, I Dream of Jeannie, yeah. Yep. I'm going to go grab me another voodoo beer. I'll be right back. Hey MJ, how you doing? Good for you too still. Yeah, Mary's pretty. You should have seen Mary when she was young, like in her 20s. You know, it's funny with Mary, if you see pictures of her when she's younger, she doesn't look Native American at all. Yeah, really nice person. Yeah. I know people up where Mary lives, and she doesn't have an enemy in the world. They don't like that. Yeah, she's sharp. Party time. Good. He's doing good. His wife's here. She got here. What's today? Did she get here today or yesterday? She got here yesterday. Yeah, she works on it. Good. Yeah, Saddleback. Good. He put some baking soda and dishwash soap on it, like somebody said. You know, we found another one of those damn things afterwards. Yeah, he's a super good guy, man. You'll never meet a kinder, nicer guy in the world than Marty. Good sense of humor, fun. No, you know what I did see today? Though I was out there cutting grass, and it was just the way the sun was shining. It was at my back, and I saw a wasp attack a grasshopper and grab it by the head and fly off into the woods, holding the grasshopper. He could barely fly. It was going real slow, flying off into the trees. Yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah, yeah, he's in there sleeping with Marty and his wife right now. Daisy's in between them. Yeah, he takes Daisy with him places. I'll tell you another thing. Like I like late night fucking around, being on myself, quiet. Like here, this is paradise if you're a night person. Anyway, I wanted to cut some grass tonight. I got the headlights on. And I'll tell you one thing I noticed. You probably know this already, but where I was going back there, I was cutting along the creek, and the tractor's been fucked up for a long time, so that grass got tall. So I was going kind of slow, and when I turn the lights on, there's the headlights, and then I have overhead lights too. So it's really illuminated. And I was noticing tonight how many bugs are back there that must see at night because they didn't know I was coming. And there was all sorts of shit flying around like at low levels, like looked like they were hunting for food. But it's like pitch dark back there. I don't know how the hell they see. I guess they just have great night vision. All sorts of shit. And I saw probably 10 spiders, these cool ass looking spiders with these most fantastic, beautiful webs. And the way that the light from the headlights intersects from the overhead lights, it lights up these webs just perfect. It's crazy. It's almost looked like you're in a movie studio. Beautiful. Yeah, really cool. Good night, Stell. Night, Salty. She went to a music concert over the weekend. Yeah. It's weird too is I go back there in the daytime a lot, and it's strange. Like I'm cutting grass back there tonight with this tractor, and when the lights are on, you see things differently. It's so weird. Like in the daytime, your eyes are like adjusted to the light, and the woods look dark as you're on the outside. But when you got these big bright ass aircraft carrier lights on the front, and you make turns like when you're cutting grass, those lights shine into the woods, and it's like super cool. Actually, there's about 100 yards space right up against the creek, and I didn't even realize it. I thought the woods were a lot thicker there. They're not. I cut right up to the edge of the creek tonight for about 100 yards. Yeah, super cool. Yeah, it's you just see better. It's like a looks like a stage lit up. I was interested in Burning Man until I read up on it this week. Oh, I don't want to go there now. No, so no, the bathrooms. It just seems like a bunch of bullshit. Oh, really, Melissa? Dirty. Can't take that many showers. I thought you could get like food to eat there and stuff like that. Bathrooms. All these crazy druggies around. They said there's all these ugly people nude. No, I never. I didn't. Not that I recognize. I'm not sure I know what they look like. As a matter of fact, I don't look like they. Yeah, I thought bringing my own RV. I thought about that, but it's just the more I read about it, it's like this is fucking bullshit, man. For 8 grand, I could like go somewhere, get a top penthouse in Jupiter, Florida, get a blowjob every night by a 20-year-old escort, eat filet mignon, drink dragon's milk, and sleep in. And I'm going to go out there and fuck around and piss in a damn coffee can for a week in between dust storms. Fuck it. Yeah, if you rent a small RV there, it's almost $8 grand, not counting your tickets to get in. Fuck that. Pissing in coffee cans for $8 grand a week. Fuck. I mean, you may not agree with it, but it makes sense to you, doesn't it, Luna? Right, Drifter. Yeah, you might be right about that, Melissa. Yeah, room service. That's right, man. I want to take a shower with good pressure. Plus, you goddamn near need to give somebody a head to get a fucking shower out there. Fuck that. And they also say on there that 10 minutes after you took your shower, you're dirty again because of dust. Fuck that. Yeah, I'll come down to that. Yeah, what's the point? Yeah. Yeah, go look it up. Go look it up, man. It wasn't what I thought. This is what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like you go out there, everything's free. I knew it would be a stiff pay. 8 fucking hours to get in that goddamn place. See all this cool shit out in the middle of a desert. I thought you could like get stuff to eat and there'd be like bands and I wouldn't have to piss in a coffee can. It just sounds like, if it was like a grand, maybe. But for 8 fucking grand, I could live like a goddamn king somewhere in total luxury in a week. Yeah, it's just the more I read about it, the less I want. I was telling Marty, man, let's go out to that fucking Burning Man. And then I read up about it. He said, I want to go to that thing too. I said, well, read up on the thing. And we both said, fuck Burning Man. Oh, yeah, the structure would be cool to see. Yeah, that's it, man. I see they just changed some shit about coffee, waiting in line. Fuck it. I mean, I'm not knocking Burning Man. I just think I might be too big a fucking pussy to go there. I'm not standing in fucking line for an hour to go to the bathroom and eating fucking goddamn cold cuts on stale bread for a week, pissing in a coffee can for 8 grand. You gotta be out of your fucking mind. Yeah, we'll do Burning Woman. Yeah, that's another thing too. 110 to 115 degrees. One article said that you're lucky to be able to take 2 showers a week while you're there. Fuck. In June, it was about like 90 fucking 3 every day here. I can't imagine like be out there like taking 2 showers in a week, 115 degrees. Fuck that place, man. No, I would much. This is what I'd rather do. I'd rather just get somebody, say, hey, I'll pay your way, meet me out in Las Vegas, get separate rooms. We'll go to the different casinos, watch these in house bands, which are fantastic, drink, get fucked up, eat good food, just fuck around for a week, man. Maybe go to a museum, go out to Red Rock, fuck around. Yeah, man, you'd still have money left over. I don't mind paying like a lot of money for super good shit, but not some be out in some fucking dust bowl. Yeah, I don't want to be out in some fucking dust bowl peeing in a coffee can. Begging some motherfucker for a cold cut sandwich and then waiting in a 10-hour line to get out of there. Fuck that. No, Las Vegas sucks to live there. You're right. Everybody I know that moved to Las Vegas moved. But I lived in a nice area of Chicago, right downtown for 11 years. Same shit there. You know, people think they're going to come down there, these successful, like young professionals, doctors, lawyers, and they think they're going to get laid every night by going to local bars and belonging to an exclusive health club. And then they realize it's a big fucking illusion. And all of them would leave like in a year or two. Oh, has it, Melissa? Yeah, another thing I like doing, this is the kind of stuff I like doing. Like, I like saying, I say, hey, you know, I'll tell you what, I'll pay your way. We'll just go out. We'll go to fucking Minot, North Dakota in January. It's fucking like 20 below zero. We'll stay near the Barnes and Noble. We'll go to like all the cultural stuff. Go over to Canada, eat good, fuck off, not do shit, sleep in, drink wine, watch TV. That's my kind of vacation. Yeah, just like have fun, you know, like I'm telling you, man, those Las Vegas shows aren't worth it. I'll tell you what Vegas is good for, though, getting lost. I went out there myself quite a few times. I went out there with other people too. And for all you guys out there looking for sex, it's the worst place in the world you could be. It's terrible. First of all, prostitution's illegal in Las Vegas. And secondly, you got to go to the chicken ranch. Those women, I went to the chicken ranch before, but and I'm not bragging like I'm some connoisseur of fucking fine women, but I can tell you this: when I went to the chicken ranch, I didn't even get a girl because I was just trying to fit in. I took my nephew out there that went to drug rehab, and a guy that just got his first airline pilot job to treat him. I said, "You guys just get these girls. I'll pay for it." And we went to the chicken ranch, and I mean, I'm as big as pervert out there as you can get, porno movie enthusiast. And when the guy brought the girls out, I mean, believe me, I got low standards. But when I'm paying for it, I don't. And he brought out like 60 women. I thought, man, I don't think so. I'm not paying for this shit. So I ended up bullshitting with the security guard the whole time, and I paid for my nephew and my airline buddy. I just didn't think those girls were like that great. I mean, not that I got some like super high standards or anything, but they wasn't that good. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure, you know, in my life I've had worse than any of the 60 that were out there. I'm not like bragging like I got some high fault standard, but I thought, man, you got to be kidding me, man. First of all, they were too old, and they just looked like a bunch of haggard old women. Chicken Ranch, yeah, it was a chicken ranch. They were cool. The security guard was a good guy. I enjoyed talking to him. I told you guys before on lights before I've had escorts before, and and just the way the thing worked out is it like they were young girls getting into it that were desperate for money. They weren't drug addicts. They were just maybe they shopped too much or shit. I just fucking paid them and didn't even do anything with them. Just paid them to like wish them good in life. Now there were plenty of them I didn't do that with too. So I'm not trying to give you the wrong impression. But there are just certain situations where it's just not cool. I've kind of grown out of that. I'm not even going to say I'm glad that I did, but I guess I have. Maybe it's just getting older. Oh, that's cool, Melissa. I was just talking to Marty's wife about that tonight, and she was asking me why I don't date. So I explained it to her, and She agreed with me at the end. Oh, that's cool, Grandma Bird. Yeah, that's because you're not a guy, Simka. Whatever you're not into seems odd for everybody, no matter what it is. What you eat, the sex you have, the kind of house you live in. If you're not into it, you're never going to understand it. I'm not knocking you. I'm not knocking you, but you just, you're a female and you don't have a male brain. Let me tell you, when I was living in Chicago, I knew a lot of guys that modeled full time. I mean, these were good looking fuckers. A lot of them did covers for like GQ magazine. I mean, these guys made 100 grand a year 20 years ago as male models. It wasn't crazy money, but it was good enough to just bang a lot of good looking chicks wherever you went and sleep in every day. And those guys got more escorts than I did. Why? Because it's a lot less bullshit. You don't need to be fucking around. Women don't understand how men think. These guys had women coming on to them all the time. They didn't want to spend a month fucking around. My dad told me I remember I was in the 9th grade. He said, son, I'm going to tell you right there, paying for it, it's as cheap as it's ever going to get. And I thought, dear old dad, cheap as it's ever going to get? What are you talking about? Well, you got to live about 20 years to realize exactly what he was talking about. Oh, Genesis? Really? Yeah, I mean, I tell you, man, if I was getting one a week now, I wouldn't have any problem with that. I'll tell you why I got them, to be honest with you. Same reason. I don't need to fuck around. I mean, I'm not saying it's like mentally the healthiest thing in the world. It probably isn't. I can give you examples, but it was just like, it was new. It was no fucking around. And it was like the end of it. If you're like a sex fiend, if you like porn, shit like that, if you're not, you're never going to understand it. You don't want to fuck around with like going through dating. If it's just sex, you don't want to like be bullshitting around. And plus, I realized as I got older, I had like really great female friends. I really did. And then I had women that I like had sex relationships with. And it seemed like every time when I combined the two, it went haywire. Even my wife is an example. We were good friends for a long time, then got drunk one night and fucked, and she dumped her boyfriend, and it was on again, off again, and finally I got an ultimatum, so I got married. I knew I was fucking that up when I did it, but I did it anyway, and I don't regret it. It is simple, but you got an entirely different brain. You know what I mean? You can't ask rational, normal, straight women to understand what a male thinks when it comes to that. Because you're always, unless you're a kook, going to be tied to the emotional part. Yeah, that was my problem, man. I was really never into like having intercourse that much. Last time I had intercourse was 1998, and I tried to get out of it then. So that's why, like, if I meet women, or when I used to, I really don't anymore, I tell them right out of the fucking chute, there's nothing I have to offer you. Like, you're a normal, attractive woman. You can, like, get a guy that's going to hug you and, like, hold your hand, all that fucking bullshit. I mean, that's what I call it, but I can't do that, man. I have, like, nothing to offer women. So, as fucked up as this sounds, to me, it was an overture of being honest. And I got to skip the whole goddamn thing for about $300 with an escort. I just didn't want that. Seriously. When I was in Chicago, like I got there when I was, I think, 42 or some shit like that. And it was a health club that was great. Like a lot of celebrities went there, Jordan, Pippen, bunch of people. And I had people joke with me all the time about like being gay and shit because they couldn't figure out why I didn't have a girlfriend. Well, you guys know why, but I wasn't going to tell them that. Yeah, lonely. I know it would sound lonely to you, but believe it or not, there's manifestations that aren't lonely with the same outcome. Yeah, no fucking around. Yeah. I've been that way for a long time. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why it is, man. Genetics, upbringing, fuck, who knows? Yeah, no heck. I just didn't like. I'm like that way for a lot of things. But I do know one thing, and that is that when I mixed the both, I just wasn't too good at it. I had one girl. The last time I had a girlfriend, and that didn't last long either, was about 8 years ago. Was it about 8 years ago? Yeah, somewhere around there. And I just lay it on the fucking line to him like I did with you guys. And if you're sane and you're not desperate, you're gonna say to yourself, "This guy's fucking crazy. I'm not doing it. I want a normal, reciprocal relationship. I can't offer that. I can't." And they hit the fucking road. Yeah, you say that, Salty Girl. You want honest guys, but I'm telling you, and there, I tell people all the time, if there was anybody that ever wanted to, I mean, I have a lot of friends, like acquaintances, and like my YouTube people, like any of these people, Lethea, Salty Girl, Simca, they could call me up. They don't know this for sure. It's like, hey, I'm in a jam. I need some help. Frisky, Mary, yeah, I fucking be there, man. I think I'm the loyalest, honest, straight up friend you could ask for. I really do. I know what I'm like, and I think I'm like that. I'm not bragging, but I'm just how I ended up this way. I don't know. But it seems like the minute that now I'm getting older, I don't really give a fuck about it. Like, I think it's probably hormones. And really, I don't want to relinquish a good friendship. I'd rather just be friends, like be a good guy and have people like me than like try and wreck it over some stupid. But you say you want an honest, good guy, man. I'm telling you, most normal women, they don't want that kind of honesty. They don't. I had her about 8 years ago. I met this lady at an antique store. She worked at an antique store, and I told her just what I told you, and she said, "Oh, I'm willing to give it a try." It's like, okay, and that lasted about 2 months because eventually she wanted what most normal women want. I don't blame her. Yeah, I do have a big heart. I am blunt. I mean, it could be you could also call it ignorant, but you could say, "Well, yeah, it's fucking really cool, man. You're really blunt, you're honest." Yeah, but here's the deal. It's like, yeah, you're also 66. You just moved to Georgia and you're by yourself. I know this sounds fucking crazy. I tell you guys the absolute truth. Once I flicked that switch and decided to get rid of somebody, it's like I never met you. And I just did that with my wife. Unfortunate, yeah, was never that great of a relationship to begin with. But once I decide to like, we need to part ways, we'll do that. But I just like, honestly, man, I don't, I would feel sorry for anybody that want to have a relationship with me. I swear to God, man, you'd be miserable. And I'm getting older now, and actually, it's kind of like a relief. Yeah, I would be there. Yeah, I'm a super loyal, good guy, no fucking around. And I tell people all the time, man, if your wife came and visited me or you wanted to, I'm a super fucking moral guy. It's like, what do you mean you're moral? You were just talking about hiring escorts for blowjobs. Yeah, I know. That's different. But when it comes to like, if you had a wife or a girlfriend or something, I tell people all the time, there's not a safer guy in the world than me. There's not. Even if I thought your wife was like beautiful and great, and if she ever acted that way, I would not want to be friends with her anymore. I mean, it's fucking crazy. I'm not even calling it standards, but I love like animals, people. Seriously, I do not do that bullshit. That's how I am. I cut people off in a heartbeat. And I'm not saying it's any great loss if I decide not to be friends with you, but I tell people right up front, you know what, man, I don't want to have anything to do with you anymore. And they say why, and I tell them, not that I'm some great guy to be a friend with, but it's all like cut and dried. Now, the downside to that is it probably is abnormal. I mean, there's these people that I know down here that just opened, he's a contractor. They opened a place to work on cars. It's like a side business. They're the nicest people ever. She's really cute. He's a super good guy. They're just, and I think, and I realize, man, it's just like me being in the NBA or a professional boxer. Didn't happen. I mean, I like those things. I wish I could have been. And when I see this nice family with nice kids, they're really a sweet couple. I wish the best for them. I hope it works. But I realize that was never in the cards for me. It just wasn't, but I appreciate it when I see it. Yeah, honesty's cool, but it can like, it depends. If it's just friends, like I can be honest with you guys. Like Melissa, salty girl, hey, you're frisky. Yeah, you're a great, honest guy. That's that's because we're friends, and it's a different standard. But if you get into somebody and you meet them and they like you, they don't want that kind of honesty. It goes from being a good, solid guy that I can count on to getting pissed. First you get your feelings hurt, then you get mad. Well, I'm sure. I mean, my days are numbered, which I'm kind of looking forward to tell you the truth. I mean, I'm always surprised. I had somebody ask me the other day at a restaurant I go to, the waitress wanted to know if I was single. So, like, why? It's like, well, Sally says you come in, she thinks you're a really good guy. It's like, yeah, I'm single. I just filed for divorce, actually, so not quite yet. But it's not reality because this lady thinks that I'm a nice guy that can provide for her what a normal female would want. Know what I'm saying? Like a normal guy. I can't fucking do it. Yeah, man. I mean, I just can't do it. And I mean, I was kind of like this my whole life, to be honest with you. Right, Drifter, yeah. Well, I'm sure any day now, there's going to be coming a day. It probably should have happened already where that's not going to happen to me anymore, but I'm fine with it. It's not like I'm thinking like, well, if I ever changed, I could do that. It's not like that at all. I'm sure there's going to be a day right around the corner where no one's going to ask that anymore, which I'm fine with. It's not like I'm keeping score and I'm secretly saying to myself, oh, wow, I could really have a relationship if I wanted to. It really is not even part of my like psyche. It's so fucking crazy. It's unbelievable. Yeah, thank you, salty girl. And I'm not saying, I mean, honestly, even though it's me, I'm not saying that it's the way to go. It's probably short-lived, and I mean, I'm not religious, but for all the Christians out there, I would say that I'm like blessed that I don't get lonely and that I really live this long. And I know when I was younger, I was like a total like control freak, super jealous. It's fucking nuts, man. I don't know what that's from either. Probably a combination of genes and upbringing. I mean, I would get in arguments with girlfriends about sex they had with guys 5 years before I even met them. It doesn't get more fucked up than that. I'd want to like kick guys' ass that they worked with. I mean, just nuts. So that's why I'm suspect of this philosophy. I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, I say the best for you. Yeah, just do as good as you can. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm a pretty poor example of any relationship advice. I'll tell you what's just as fucked up is that all my girlfriends, except one, and my wife, I left them. It didn't get much more fucked up than that. If you met some of my ex girlfriends, even my wife, who's going to be my ex wife pretty soon, you would like her as a person. It's not like I was attracted and got involved with a bunch of fucking kooks. That's why I know it's me. Insatiable, never satisfied. Good night, Luna. You have a good day tomorrow. I'll have young people ask me sometime for relationship advice. Like, believe me, you don't need any advice from me. I'll tell you how to be self employed, but that's about it. I don't want to ruin your life. Yeah, but Simkin, like, to simplify it, if you took like your like Christian life and like what a husband was supposed to be, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, good, Melissa. And I didn't really have too many bad relationships, to tell you the truth. I thought I had a lot of good ones. Where it went south is when it got intimate. On the other hand, I'm attracted to like the pretty woman narrative. I wish the world really worked that way. Probably why they made a movie on it. These bugs are making a lot of noise. Yeah, I was that way too, Steve. So yeah, it was really not like that, Melissa. I think a lot of stuff too, like with YouTube and stuff. I think there's women that come on that are probably lonely and they see how I treat like the working girls and they think that's gonna that I'm like that outside of that venue. If I'm that way to them, that I'm that way outside of that. I'm just guessing. No, it's not real. No, you're right. It's just like porn. It's not real. That's exactly right, Simka. But if it's not real, so what's the alternative? Just, get involved in some miserable relationship and, loathe and hate every morning you wake up. I mean, what's the opposite in a daily routine of a romantic movie? I mean, what's reality? Well, it keeps you hopeful, salty girl. It keeps you hopeful. Yeah, no, yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah, you're right, Simka. Yeah, right. Probably right, Melissa. Yeah. But let me tell you, there are people out there that have like relationship that you dream of. There are relationships like that. I don't think I'm capable of having one, but it's all on me. I take the fault for that. But there are out there. Yeah, I'm kind of like that too. Kind of a glass half empty guy. Oh, listen to these coyotes howling. Can you hear them? Can you hear these coyotes? They're cool. Hey, bug. Yeah, they usually keep howling. Yeah, no, they're not that close. Maybe 2 miles. You look on YouTube, there's some people that have coyotes as pets. It really seems super cool. I'd like to have one of these vultures as a pet. They are such cool birds. Huge. They're smart too. So in the spring of this year, I'll have some beehives. I don't give a fuck about it, but I mean, I had 100 beehives at one time. I mean, I love bees, but I don't like taking their honey from them. But Marty wants to learn beekeeping, so I'm going to set it up for him. But I'm going to set up a butterfly farm too. Yeah, crows are super smart. I'd love to have one of these turkey vultures just like sit on my arm and like feed it. So huge. They're cool birds. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say they're a couple miles away. I'll tell you, I couldn't have picked a better place to go tits up than down here, though. I struggled with it. Oh, that's cool. Ah, good. I was just keeping an eye on them while they went to get clothes for a funeral. Yeah, they're cool. No, I don't blame you, Salty. Yeah, it's a different deal. What struggle? No, I just got a thing that's at 15% battery power, which should last a little while. But if it goes off, that's it because it will die. Right. Are you home now, Frisky? Did you get home? Well, I got a lady that wants to buy my condo and move into it as soon as possible, but these fucking pickup trucks aren't. Fucking 250 is in the shop. We just called on the 450, which isn't running, and they said it's going to be like fucking October before they can see it. And I wanted to take up a bunch of boxes from Marty's paper company. So I don't know what I'm going to fucking do. I want to help this lady out, but she needs me up there more than I need to be up there myself. So I don't know how that's going to go. I don't want her in there fucking around. Well, I've got my cameras and shit up there, so I don't know what I'm going to do. It's kind of up in the air now. Yeah, I'll go up visit Mary. I got a couple buddies of mine. I bet my power's been turned off up there. I didn't even have my mail forwarded. I haven't paid a power or electric bill. I didn't give a fuck because I knew nothing was going to freeze, but I bet I had a bunch of meat in my freezer. But that's all fucked up. They might not have shut it off. Fuck, I don't even know. Porn collection, that'd be great. Yeah, I'll go up there if I have to. I'm trying to help this lady out. Long story short, they've been married like 30 fucking years. They got kids, fucking husband. She doesn't know it, but I bet he's banging some girl on the side. They're getting divorced. Last weekend, he pushed her while they had friends over. The cops came. He got arrested. She wants to get the fuck out of there. And she's a good friend of my other friends up there, Ted and Patty. So I want to help her out, but I was going to take a bunch of boxes up from Marty's uh, fucking paper company. And neither one of these fucking F450s or F250s are working, so that kind of shoots that. So I guess I could drive up there in my van, but I can't fit the boxes in there. It's just kind of a fucking problem. So I'm going to talk to her tomorrow and see what the deal is. Yeah, I don't really give a fuck that. The very worst thing is a bunch of frozen hamburger I'd have to throw out. I don't give a fuck, really. It doesn't get that hot up there. I mean, I'm better than I was before I left, but I still got a ways to go. Yeah, fuck that. 125 heat index. Fuck that. So I'm going to help this lady out. She wants to get away from her husband. My friends are cool, and if she's friends with them, that's good enough. But it's kind of fucking me up on the time frame. Yeah, I don't like heat either. You believe these fucking Fords? One was 90 grand, the other one was 105 grand. A new one's 162 grand. One's a year old, one's 18 months old. Neither fucking one of them are running because of some fuel bullshit. Hey, what do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of this idea? This is for the women. Do you think you could handle like a platonic relationship with a guy just like for years? Or do you expect more than that? Yeah, I think you're right. Fucking bullshit, man. Oh, that's cool, Melissa. Yeah, good for you, hey, bud. Oh, you're not, Simka. Hey, waiting. It could be, Melissa. Yeah, you're right, hey, bud. Like platonic relationships with guys. I just wonder if, like, women, if that's not enough for women. Oh, really, Simka? No, it's not. Quiet, hon. Damn dogs are barking. Yeah, you'll get it straight. Yeah, dogs are a good time. Oh, really, Simka? I just let all those dogs out.
Are you kidding me?
No, I don't know what the fuck they're barking at.
Well, Daisy was walking out somebody on the porch.
No, those dogs of yours, they run out to the bird feeder, even though there's nothing there. Remy?
Did Daisy go out? Oh, there's Daisy.
Remy goes out and chases the bird feeder, even though it's dark.
You want two more dollars?
No, I'll put them to sleep. I think Remy likes chasing squirrels.
Yeah, they
Yeah, but they think there's squirrels out here and it's dark.
Yeah.
Hey, that real estate lady
Yeah.
told me there's places around here when she shows property, she takes a gun because those fucking wild pigs.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
How are you sleeping? Good?
Yeah.
I just let them out about an hour ago. All of them. Except Stewie. What do you got going tomorrow?
I gotta go to the attorney tomorrow.
Closing?
It's closing. Yeah, and then I got to Gordon, his big estate sale.
Yeah.
And he wants me to come look at the stuff he's got.
Anything good?
Yeah, he's got some good stuff. He's got a bunch of old Christmas Kelly wants.
She going?
Yeah.
What time's that?
I mean, we're not gonna jump up and hurry. You know what I mean? But,
Hey, the YouTube people said hello to you.
hello.
You said hello.
Come on, girls.
That's cool. Well, I got the dogs covered, so don't worry about it. I'm not going anywhere. Just finish that grass.
Come on, Lola. Come on, Remy. Let's go. There we go. Come on.
Oh, they said sorry for your loss on your nephew.
Oh, thank you very much.
I'm about ready to go to bed too. What time do you think you'll be getting out of here in the morning?
9:30, 10:30.
Okay. Tell Kelly
You
I'll
want to go? You want to go with us?
no, I'll sleep in. I'll fuck with the dogs, and then as soon as I like let them out and eat and all that,
Yeah.
I'll hit the grass again.
Okay.
So I got those two big spots back there to finish.
Well, you're more than welcome to go.
No, I appreciate it.
Come on, Days. Come on. Come on, Lola.
How old was he, Marty? That kid that died?
23.
23. So Kelly's staying till what, Friday probably?
Yeah, she'll probably go like Friday.
Yeah, good.
Lola. Come on. Let's go. Lola.
She likes laying down in the grass. Nice out.
Huh?
It's nice out.
Yeah, it is. You see a lot of stars tonight.
Yeah.
Come on, Lola. This dog drives me crazy. She'll walk around there for 10 minutes, and in the last 2 seconds, when I start calling, is when she's got to go pee. Yeah, it's clear out there, man. Wow.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Coyotes were just screaming.
Were they?
Yeah. They seem to always be over near the neighbors
Where?
over there.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. They're always from that direction.
I don't know what's over there.
Probably hanging out trying to eat those chickens.
Yeah, you're right.
So just head out tomorrow. I'll be sleeping.
Okay.
But tell her I got the dogs covered, including Stewie.
Okay. Come on, Lola. Let's go.
She out there?
Lola. Come on, let's go. Come on.
Warm her ass. Is Daisy going into?
Yeah, she's going
Good.
in. Come on. All right, good night.
All right, see you tomorrow. Yeah, have fun tomorrow.
Good.
You'll never meet a nicer guy in your life. I get obsessed with this fucking grass. You know, since I came down here, it wasn't like I come down here and I do all this fucking bullshit. But, I mean, the truth of the matter is, I mean, you guys that have been around a while know. You know, I was at my wit's end. So he offered me a good distraction. I just got there's an armadillo. See him out there? That's a big one. That's the one that had all the babies right there. See the armadillo? So I like helping him out. He's very easy to be motivated for. So I do all this bullshit around here. He doesn't have to do anything. And honestly, to be honest with you, I like it. I'm the laziest motherfucker in the world. But take care of all the trees, cut all the grass, fuck with all this other shit. Now you'd say, well, does that take there's another armadillo. That's probably the dad right there. Here, let me change this so you can see these fucking things. Uh, honestly, I can cut all the grass, do everything in 20 hours a week, and I only do it about every 2 or 3 weeks. So most of the time, I'm just fucking off. This goddamn thing got blurry. I don't know why this fucking thing gets blurry like this. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I don't fuck with these armadillos. I guess you can get leprosy from them. They seem pretty stupid. Sometimes when I'm out cutting grass, they'll take off the last second. And that fucking tractor's noisy. Everything else gets the hell out of Dodge. I don't see anything. But these armadillos, I don't know whether they're sleeping or coming from under the ground or what, but I don't fuck with them. I leave them food all the time to eat. I'm not too worried about getting leprosy. But they're out looking for grubs right now. Yeah, those are two big ones. Those are the two biggest ones. That's probably Mama and Daddy. I haven't seen those. I don't know if I've ever seen them, two big ones like that. There's a couple babies that come out here and eat. Hey, Ben. Yeah, they're around here all the time. They come out up on the deck at night. And you'd think a moving company showed up. I mean, they're loud. They knock over everything, and yeah, they look like dinosaurs. Yeah, like I said, I leave food out for them. I don't care about them. I, I'm not really sure how how long armadillos have been this far north. I think they live in like underground. Yeah, Daisy chases with them. She's kind of lost her enthusiasm chasing armadillos. I think they're too slow. Marty and his wife are so sweet. They're always trying to include me in everything, no matter what it is they do. Oh, really? I think it's their bite, Dave. I'm not 100% sure of that. Yeah, those are the two biggest ones I've seen. There were a couple light ones, like almost 10 that I got a little video of the other time. If I go up to Michigan, I'm going to get all my good camera stuff. The whole family, that's right. They're kind of cute, actually. They seem really stupid. They say they don't see very well. And I'll be in that tractor sometimes. That thing is loud. I run like max PTO speed, the cutter, and I'll be right on their ass before they take off. And there's been a couple times where I've been out here on the porch and they'll come on the porch while I'm talking. Oh, really, Cynthia? Wow. No, I got lucky, believe me. I did. I sure did. That thing there holds 100 gallons of diesel fuel. Oh, well, okay. I didn't even know leprosy was still around. Oh, okay. Well, I just got a 5% notice, you guys, so I think I'm going to go to bed. So it was a good chat. Thank you, guys. Try and get on tomorrow. Hope you guys have a good day tomorrow. I should have got longer than 2 hours and 32 minutes because I had 85% charge. Have a good day tomorrow, Dave. T-Stealth, Simca. Hey, Pug, Salty Girl. Alethea, Drifter. Frisky. Bye, Lily. Yeah, I'm going to go to Betty now. Night, Simca. My battery's running out. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, take care, T-Stealth. Have a good day tomorrow, Salty Girl. I don't know why I didn't get longer battery power, but night, Alethea. See you, Dave.